think there are a lot of files that people need to think about when they're suppressing their data, and very many of them are very similar, which is why I think it's quite important that if you are doing a suppression program, that you talk to a bureau that carries most of the files. But there are files, for instance, Equifax has a good file for disconnect, Royal Mail has a good file for USS, Universal Suppression Service, the Red Group has a good file, the disconnect gas product. So I think it's important if you try and you put your data to a bureau to see if they can suggest how each one could be used appropriately. There are also some fundamental files that you should always suppress against: the mailing preference service, the telephone preference service if you're doing a telephone campaign, the baby mailing preference service if you happen to be mailing to new mothers to make sure that you're not mailing to people who've obviously recently suffered an infant death. So there are lots of useful suppression files on the market, and again I would very strongly suggest that anyone considering doing that gets advice from a good bureau as to which ones to choose.